I bite at the hand that feeds me. You guys, I actually went live a minute ago, and then I was wondering, like, why wasn't chat popping up? So I was sitting there like, what's happening? And then I realized I clicked the record button, not the stream button. But you know what? It's better that I make that mistake than I make the mistake of hitting the stream button when I meant to hit the record button. That happened to me one time, and like the stream was like 1 minute of me just making various faces. Like it was so funny because I was trying to make a thumbnail. Now I realize that there are just infinitely better ways to make a thumbnail than that. So now that won't happen anymore. Some kind of animal cannibal made impressions on me. Have we met before? Possibly in Michigan. I needed to check on my Tamagotchi. Have we met before? Hello, Lemon. How you doing? I'm trying to see if all my chats are... She evolved! She's like a flower person now. Hello. Made impressions on me. I'm doing fantastic. She looks very cute, but I'm worried that I didn't take care of her well, and she might be sad. Have we met before? I actually turned off the sound so you don't hear it anymore, because that sound can get a little bit overwhelming after a while, right? Made impressions on me. So let's go ahead and start commerce. Wait, is Rudo here? No, he's not. Good thing we caught it. And I did not clean my inventory. I won't lie. I was distracted with some other things. Made impressions on me. I bite at the hand that feeds me. I slap at the mouth that eats me. Some kind of animal cannibal made impressions on me. Okay. Was it tripletta? What is that? As to which sandwich you had, I had like a homemade sandwich. So it was spinach, peppers, mayo, ranch, onion, salt, pepper. Trying to think. I think that was it, to be honest. That was my lunch. Made impressions on me. I was wondering what was wrong with my screen, and I actually put the Mabi window in the wrong spot. And thank you so much for the ping. Welcome in. Ooh, 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 ooh. Some kind of animal cannibal. Okay, it actually worked. I was transported to a faraway land, to the world where monsters rule. Welcome in, Manny. And hello, hello. Hello, Galvin. You know, I found this song recently. It's an old song, but I only found it just now. It's like trying to make microwave popcorn. I opened the microwave and I put it in put it in the little dish. What dish? The dish in the microwave. What is wrong with you? That's how the song goes. Those are literally the lyrics. It was like, I put it in the dish. What dish? The little disc in the microwave. Then I closed the door. What door? The door to the microwave. What is wrong with you? It's so funny. I literally think the song is called Microwave Popcorn. And hello. Hello, Dime. Good afternoon. Made impressions on me. I'm gonna try to play my Tamagotchi Because I don't want it to be, I don't want it to die. I heard that it's harder to kill this Tamagotchi than some other variations, but I've struggled before. So I'm going to try to play with my Tamagotchi with one hand. I think it's fine. I think we can survive. I think we can do it. I just have to play a game where... Oh, Rab scared me for a second. I do have some Rab trauma because of before the martial arts competition was easier. I really struggled with Rab. And then watching Fleeta go like, bite her, Rab, bite her, was heartbreaking. I see. I have to watch this. Hold on. Ooh, this game is actually really hard to do while focusing on the road. So I don't think this is gonna be a good... I think it's this one. I got it! I'm playing like card... What is it called? Like cards... Like the card game we have in Mabi. But instead of the Mabi one, it's the Tamagotchi one. Okay, I think it's this one. Oh my gosh, I'm a pro! How? I impressed myself! That game is kind of hard when you're commercing. Okay, we need to go over here. I'm 90% sure we're going to vowels, but not 100% sure. Made impressions on me. Ooh, I lost it. Oops. Bear. You know what? I want the Tarlock story to continue, but I know genuinely there is no way for it to proceed. Speaking of Mabi, I just saw some art for the Taiwan server. I think that's what it was. And it was so pretty. It's like the official login screen for a different server. I'm like, we haven't got a new art recently. I want some new art. And hello, Raiko. How are you doing? Raiko, do you have a Tamagotchi? Tamagotchi. I'm trying to put the right pronunciation in my head so that it becomes natural. I'm gonna try to do the walking game because I feel like that one would be pretty easy to do while commercing. There are some random ghosts that try to get you, but the path is the same every time. So I'm wondering if I can just, you know, like freeball it, you know? Not me doing the same thing that my Tamagotchi is doing because I can't focus on two things at once. Okay, the walking minigame is too hard. It's too hard while conversing. The connection of a heart and the dark yet to arrive. I pray for them both so I'd be by your side to the morning where it starts, to its ending in the night. I cannot find the strength I need for these tears to leave them behind. They're gonna give us some soda pop in tomorrow's update. Ooh, I need to check what that is. You're all I can think of, every drop I drink up. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. That's the only thing I think of when I think of soda pop. Ghost. Oh, shoot. I literally forgot about my... I literally forgot I was playing the mini walking game. You're all I can think of, every drop I drink up. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. Do 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 do. Good to see you too, Jose. How you doing? You're all I can think of. Every drop I drink up. You're my soda pop. I almost went the wrong way. Why do they, when you come from this side, why do you face it? Like, shouldn't you be facing this side? Am I tripping? Like, does that happen to anybody else? Is that happening only to me? Am I quickly changing the angle and confusing myself? Because that could be a possibility too. But I just feel like every time I pass by that area, it's the same thing. I want you crying for me. Wow, 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 wow. Eventually, I'll change this screen to the internet screen. Eventually, I'll change it. That is not right now. Because I need to like open Canva and then like do all that. Made him. Wow. I opened Firefox and typed Firefox. Father in Michigan, I bite at the hand that feeds me. Like my brain wants to do like start, but I don't think that would be a good word. Possibly messed how you spawn in, right? It's a possibility. And hello, Abby, how you doing? I hope you have a great Wednesday too. Whoa! YouTube did auto translate on what Abby was saying. They said, "How are you?" and auto translate made it game. So it's like, "Hi Rebecca, game. Have a great Wednesday." So I don't know why the YouTube did that. That's not what Abby said. Freaky? I don't think freaky would work. Freak would work. We can do freak. It reminds me of that one song. Who sings it? It's like he wants a he what? It's like Freak. Freak. So there is an F, which is absurd, honestly, if we're thinking about it. What word has like affront? An affront to all that is moral and decent. But there is no F. So we can't do that. I mean there is no A. There is an F, there's no A though. Let me just think of a word. Affirmation? Affirmation. Affidavit. Hmm. What I have like a brain lapse every time I do Wordle. I'm like, what word could possibly have a letter? Family? No, but um what about like ending in F? Is there a word that like serif? Is a serif word? No, because there's no E or A. Um E so like maybe like something FI or FU? I guess FI, right? I can't think of any. FI seems like the most iffy. Like maybe something like this. Softy. Softy seems good. Yeah, that's actually a good word, I think. Let's try. Solid. Solid guess. Let me make sure that Rudo's not hungry. He's fine, but I'm gonna feed him anyway. Oh, we met before. Possibly in Michigan. Oh, shoot. I almost dropped the item, but you can't drop items on the boat. So, oh my gosh, I did it again. Oh, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I made you believe we're more than just friends. Oh, baby, baby, oops, you think I'm in love. Got sent from above. I'm not that innocent. Okay, I fed him, so now I'm gonna focus back on the Wordle. Stuff. Ooh, that's a good word too. Abby's cooking. Yeah, that was it. Funny is my guess. Oh no, F in a different spot. Cheers. Yes, cheers. I'll tell. And hello, James. How you doing? I'll tell the story of tonight. Raise a glass to freedom. Something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to the four of us. Wow, this is crazy. James said, hello, like hello, hello, Becky, but auto translate said, cheers, Becky. That's crazy. Why is it translating it? There's nothing to translate. Made impressions on me. I'm doing fantastic as well. Ooh, let's do Wordle Unlimited. Ooh, there it is. I already opened it. Ooh, I'm so smart. I thought ahead. Not really. Not really. I didn't think ahead. But I think ahead fits. Not even a bad guess. So something with A. There's only one A, and it has to be here. So ED. I think egad immediately. Is that a word? No, I mean, well, it is. I think it's a word. Like Baghdad now, I'm thinking. But there's no A. I mean, no additional A. So it's only A in that, like, second to last spot. Which makes me think it must be a Y. If it's not AD, yeah, it can't be AD. So AE is extremely unlikely for an ending. I'm not saying it never happens, but it's pretty rare. So I'm guessing it has to be something AY, maybe? AY. AT is also a possibility. Like cataract. um let's try to find, let's try a DE word, like daddy. It doesn't work because the A is only in the second to last spot, but okay, so D could also, it could be like something EDA. I don't think so. That seems really wild. Can you read A? Is that a word? How do you know? Eday, reday, sedate, sedate, bidet. It sounds kind of like fillet. G'day. G'day sounds like a word too. That actually sounds like a word. Is this word spelled like that? I don't think so, but I wanted to try. Mayday? But A. Okay, so it can't be day. Ready? Ooh. Ready is not a bad word, but I don't think that will work because of hard mode. Oh, it did work. Okay. XEXA. D can't be there, so it has to be, like something like this. Like dedicate. I actually think DE actually kind of makes sense. DE something. Detonate. Declare. Detox. Tox? No. Detox would have been slick, but we don't have the A. Is this hard mode? Because I thought it was. It's not hard mode. So let's just do Detox. Why not? That was a horrible guess. We did narrow down some letters, but D something A. I guess it has to be something like this, right? Defy? Because I'm defying gravity. DE. If you say I'm too much, baby, go find less. If you can't keep up, stay below, I guess. If I'm such a big deal, maybe you're too little. It's just too much for you. Oh, baby, I ain't under pressure. Oh, gather up, return to sender. Ooh, I already arrived. If you say I'm too much, baby, go find less. If you can't keep up, stay below, I guess. If I'm such a big deal, maybe you're too little. It's just too much for you. Oh, baby, I ain't under pressure. Oh. If I'm such a big deal, maybe you're too little. Like a frenzied hound, I live as a weapon which is powerful. I lost something precious that was in my mind. Who am I? What's my being? No one answered. Blood on my blade. Have you ever questioned your own belief? Are they real or shaped for the celestial? Do not care for insignificant life. The hypogean only focus on this endless greed, ridiculous loyalty and faith. I need AFK Journey to release another song. Like, I don't know. Their songs are pretty good. Even though, like, the translation is honestly not the best a lot of the time, the songs are pretty good. Like, the actual music of it, in my opinion. They'll find only the grave. They didn't do anything for the previous chapter. They did. I think it was like Sylvan focused. It wasn't really like a Sylvan song. It was kind of like a song about honor and stuff. And then Sylvan and Jervin were on the picture. But honestly, this was the least memorable song out of all of them, but it wasn't bad. No, actually, I changed my mind. Kulu had the actually worst song. It was very Disney Channel. And I was like, no. But Sylvan's was good. I just thought it wasn't Sylvan's song. It was like a general song. And I feel like it would be stronger if it was an actual like character song, because Princess Yelena, even Siren's song was fire. But the fact that I can't even remember what the song was about, even though I listened to it like 2 or 3 times. Gala's song was good too. I was in tears. Like literally watching this video. And Gala had a whole music video for her song. Like, it wasn't just like, a lot of the times the video is literally just lyrics, like Siren's song and Princess Yelena. Actually, Sirens had lyrics. Princess Yelena was like a 2D, like a live 2D. It wasn't like a video, it was like a looping. It was like a background. You know what I mean? So I had no issue with that. Oh, but Princess Yelena also had a lyric video. She had both. Was she dancing? No. Gala was just like walking around. So like she was walking around like visiting the places that like Merlin had been, and she was like singing about how like she wanted to see us again basically. That was like Gala's. She didn't dance at all in that. I don't think anybody danced. To be fair, they don't really make videos that much. Gala had the most like developed video. I think the Forms of Devotion songs, maybe I'm biased because I really liked Forms of Devotion, but I think the Forms of Devotion songs were the best, including Siren song. It feels really bad, but like he slapped. Like he did good. It was giving Frollo. You know, Claude Frollo, the Beata Maria. Missed opportunity. LOL, yeah, they could have. They could have. It would have been. I mean, they could have. Like, they could have done like an MMD kind of style dance. Sorry, I'm just better. Sorry, we're go getters. Dance, dance. It's kind of funny to dance like hula. I mean, to be honest, this is not even hula, right? I need Nelle to come in and then tell me because I don't really know. Mm-hmm. But I think I've seen like videos of hula and it doesn't look like that. So I don't know what that dance is. I just had to like for some reason I couldn't even process what the price was, but actually it's fine. It was a profit, so that's all we really care about. I know they didn't leave 3 single snowboard. What the? Did you see that? Did more go live after I bought it the first time? Because I kind of got confused right there. Because I click buy all and I was like, hey, that's kind of diabolical that they only left me 3 snowboards. And then the number went up to 13. Like, am I tripping? Did that really happen or am I hallucinating? Like, I'm kind of confused. What's the number now? It's 15. Stereotypical Hawaiian island dance. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know if that's even like a dance. Is it? Like, I could be wrong. I'm not Hawaiian. I don't know. It's kind of funny because I get told that I look Hawaiian. So like I like it. I'm not complaining about the dance. It's just I don't think I've ever seen a Hawaiian dance actually look like that. I know that's how it's shown in media, but I don't think that's how it actually is. But I'm not an expert. I'm sure they have a lot of traditional dances. I'm not gonna run into this guy. I don't like to run into these people. What if they revamp the commerce system and actually make the bandits so difficult? So like they make another like third kind of commerce or like fourth kind of commerce because technically we have airship. What if they make a fourth type of land or third type of land commerce and it's like really ridiculously hard bandits? Imagine like the bosses like, oh, Madeira is gonna fight you. Madeira wants your stuff. Or like Kaliach. What is her name? How do you actually pronounce it? I feel like I looked this up before and then I completely forgot. I have to look this up. Mabinogi. Kaliach Glenburna. I just have to get the right spelling and then I can look up how it's pronounced. Because I don't actually know how to spell Kaliach. I have to look this up. I literally cannot sleep at night if I don't look things up. Like, that will keep me up in the middle of the night. How to pronounce... Not how to... Oh. Okay. Oh, shoot, no. Here it is. I have to close my own tab so we can hear this. Oh, not an ad! Please! It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Let me not have a crash out over this ad.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name, as well as how to say more interesting Irish names.
I just want to know this one.
How do you go about pronouncing it? Kaliach.
Kaliach. Kaliach. Kaliach. Kaliach.
What you know?
Kaliach.
Kaliach.
Oh shoot, I clicked the wrong video. I clicked Kaliach. I don't even sound like a person saying that. It sounds like some, like, NPC spawn in. You know, like... Yeah, if you got, like, brown skin with that twinge of soft Asian face, I do. That's kind of funny. I do have, like, a really... I don't know if it's Asian, but, like, I do have a really baby face. And hello, doggy. Guess what? What? And thank you so much for the hydrate. I appreciate it. How could this happen to me? Okay, I think it's fine. It seems to not work. Did it not work? Let me try to fix it. There's nothing like the great outdoors in the far-flung forest is the best, of course, if you want to get close to the greenery. And hello, Snuggy, how you doing? And Snuggy, you're on YouTube now. You know, I tried to find your YouTube live the other day, but I didn't see it. Do you still stream on YouTube? There's nothing like the great outdoors in the far-flung forest is the best, of course, if you want to get close to the greenery. Then camping in the wild is the place to be. I actually forgot what I was doing. I'm everywhere. I think this is what happens when I'm a little bit sleep deprived, because I slept late last night and now I cannot really think properly. There's nothing like the great outdoors in the far-flung forest is the best, of course, if you want to get close to the greenery. Then camping in the wild is the place to be. I'm checking if the things are working. Oh shoot, every single one of the things unchecked. Do you see this? Did I click the wrong button? Did I hide the wrong thing? Did I hide the game and not the window? That is crazy. But all of these are not filled in right. There's nothing there's nothing like the great outdoors. Like this one is a donut. And if you want to get a donut, where's the donut? It's not even in the list. Oh my gosh. Are all of these? Okay, so I'll have to fix that later. I don't think I have time to like go through all of the files right now, so I'm gonna refund that. I had a friend who came from Hawaii, and at some point they started guessing he was more Polynesian of. He was. We were guessing he was more Polynesian of some kind. I see. If you want to get close, I'm gonna refund that, doggy, because I can't do it right now, and I think I will forget if I don't do it right now. But thank you so much for coming in. How are you? There's nothing like the great outdoors in the far-flung forest is the best, of course, if you want to get close to the greenery. Then camping in the wild is the place to be. I love that song. Does anyone... There's flowers and fish, caves and rocks, and lots of logs. Let me get moving again. And get on the boat, my friend. Want a ride ship? Of course. I want one. Now I set sail for my pirate adventures. Have fun. yo ho, a pirate's life for me. You know what's so funny? Because that song, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 90% sure it only appears in the Disney, well, not like in general, I know it's a sea shanty, but like I don't think it appears in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I could be wrong about that. I forgot. But I know it shows up in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride over in Disney World. And I was playing the Disney soundtrack, and then people were like, "New Disney sucks," when they were saying that to me. And I was like, "This is an old Disney song." And they were like, "No, it sounds like noise." And I'm like, "It's literally Pirates of the Caribbean." So it had me really confused. I was like, are we just hating on Disney? Like, you knew it was Disney, but you didn't know which one it was, so automatically it's bad, right? I thought you liked pirates. The movie had a slightly mature theme. Yeah, I would say that. But it wasn't like that bad. Like, I watched it as a kid and I didn't, well, to be fair, I watched a lot of things as a kid, but I feel like that was like one of the least problematic things I watched. Now, in general, I think it's really weird that they made a movie about pirates. I'm not hating. It was a good movie. But pirates are not good people, and they're very much still active. They're not like a, it's not like, you know what I mean? It's like mafia movies, I guess. Like, it's not necessarily a problem, but or like, you know, like gang members or something. Like, it's a really interesting topic to make a movie because these are like real life criminals. They're not like a fantasy thing. So it always just strikes me as funny, especially, I guess, I also think of it like as an islander, like it's a real thing. Like, it's yeah, it was kid friendly. Yeah, yeah. I think there was like a few questionable sections, like the scene where Elizabeth, is that her name? I don't even know. I think when she has like the corset thing and then they have to cut it out. Technically, corsets are like, they're like underwear. So like technically, like that's a little bit sketchy. But at the same time, it wasn't even that bad. Well, our pirates are not as respectable as fantasy pirates. Sure. So again, this is not me hating. Like, it's fine. You can make a movie out of like whatever, you know? Like, it's okay. And that's like my personal opinion, but I just find it weird. Like, out of all the stuff, especially at coastal places, because I know that the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, it was in California first, so in Disneyland, and then they were gonna get like a Wild West ride over in Disney World, but that didn't end up happening, and they wanted Pirates of the Caribbean. But like, wouldn't you think California has the same like coastal problems? And same with Florida. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, it's just very interesting to me. You know, like, isn't that like, I, I don't know. Like, it seems strange, right? And then I'm like trying to think about it too because it's literally the same thing as mafia, right? Because mafia is still a real thing, right? Um, do Italian people make Italian mafia movies, or are those like American movies about the Italian mafia? You know what I mean? And then if I could understand, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems weird, right? Because now that I'm thinking about it, wasn't Disney? It's Florida based, right? I just feel like it's strange when the person who has the problem makes a movie about that problem. You know what I mean? Again, not a problem. You can do that, but it's just interesting. Pirates in fiction at least had a type of code to follow, so you can still bend it to not be super cutthroat. Yeah, true. There's nothing like the great outdoors and the far-flung forest is the best, of course. If you want to get close to the greenery, then camping in the wild is the place to be. There's flowers. You know, that's interesting too. Because the person who sang that song was, it was a McDonald's song, yes. from the McDonald's like cartoon live act. It was a show movie. It was a series of movies. And now that I'm thinking about it, how did clowns start? Like it just seems like a really interesting start, you know? Like who decided I'm going to put on all these goofy things and then I'm going to act in a goofy way? You know? Florida is Disney World and Hollywood is Disney. Well, Disneyland. So they both have Disney. So in Florida is Disney World, and then in Florida, Hollywood is Disneyland. Yeah. California is Disneyland. But I'm pretty sure the first Disney was in Disney World, right? Let me look this up. Where was the first Disney park opened? Disneyland in Anaheim, California, United States. Okay. So it was California. So then I'm guessing, where is Walt Disney from? That's the next question. Chicago. What? Where was he raised then? He was raised on the streets. Kansas, Missouri. So he primarily lived in Marceline? Is that a real place? Marceline, is it just you and me in the wreckage of the world? And Kansas City, Missouri, after being born in Chicago, Illinois. You see, I'm learning. I'm learning. Midwest Gaming, let's go. Let's go now. Don't be slow. Let's go. Show the experts what you know. You know, there's something I want to try. Now that we're in this place again, I want to switch maps and then see what angle I come in at. I'm spawning this way. In the wrong way. Right? Okay. Now let's spawn in to this side. Okay. Does this happen every time? What? Oh, what? No, I'm facing the right direction. The camera is in the wrong direction, though. You see, if I move forward, this is the right direction. But the camera... Is this not weird? Am I the only one who's interested in this? I don't know why I'm, like, focusing on all these little things today. It's just strange to me. This is baffling me. Like, I don't understand. Is it that I'm always looking at the camera? Is that what it is? So no matter what, we face the camera. I have to check one more. I'm sorry. Is it that we face the camera and then the camera is facing towards wherever you want to go? Oh, that was different. Am I tripping? Because now I'm not facing the camera. I'm facing the actual thing. This is crazy. Okay. Let me go back. Let's focus on what we're actually doing here. Commerce. I like memory hold the Ronald McDonald movies, even though I went through great lengths to see all the movies. Really? Because I feel like some people are gatekeeping the last movie. I haven't seen that one. I actually really love the Ronald McDonald movies. Like, those were fire. Who could live in here? What family? Oh, he's there. Ha, I passed him. Oh, you try to get me? Nuh-uh. Not tonight. Family Guy has Ronald McDonald. I have never actually seen Family Guy. I feel like I've seen a couple of episodes. Same with Bob's Burgers. Same with American Dad. I've seen like a couple of episodes of these shows, but they just don't appeal to me. I feel like they're too... I think the word is vulgar. Like, I just don't like... I don't know. Even, honestly, the same with South Park, too. They're too something, and I can't place my hands on it. I don't remember anything that happened in them, but the memories would probably flood back again if I saw them again. Yeah, my favorite is the first one, where I'm just trying to make sure I'm not running into bandits. But basically what the plot is, without like getting into it too much, but basically they want to go to like a camping trip. So then they make their way over there. But then in the middle, they like get into a storm. There's like a storm that happens. So they can't camp anymore in the camp out spot. But then one of the characters is like, oh, look, there's a house over there. So then they go to that house and it's really freaky. So that's all I can say without getting into too much of the spoilers. Who could live in here? What family? I think that was the first one, but now that I'm thinking about it, it could actually be the second movie. You see, for me, I can't get into any of them. They're all like the same show to me. It could be partially because of the animation style. Like, I could see that being also part of the reason why I don't like it. Same with The Simpsons, honestly. Lump them all together. But Simpsons is still a different category than, like, American Dad, Family Guy. Like, I feel like American Dad, Family Guy, and Bob's Burgers are all the same show. Like, they could have happened all together in the same series, and I feel like they would make sense. Simpsons is, like, in its own bubble. And then, I feel like that's all but I still don't like it. I still don't like Simpsons. I still don't like any of those, personally. I don't know, maybe is it because there's not enough fantasy into it? Like, that could be also it. It could be the animation style. It could be the lack of whimsy, I guess. That could be it. No! Yeah. It could also be the attitude of the main characters. Because, like... I don't know how to say it without being rude, but like, I don't know, like, I value like loyal, kind, and intelligent people. I feel like those are very nice and admirable qualities. And then a lot of those characters in all of those shows, a lot of them are like not my favorite kind of character, so I have difficulty watching some of it. Like, a lot of the times they're rude. And for some people that kind of personality is funny, so I'm not even saying anything. But like, and then that time I loaded in sideways. You saw that? Ooh. Like, I think Homer is probably like the best of the main male figure, you know, like the main like dad kind of figure. I think he's the best out of all of them. Because I do believe he actually likes his family. But in some of the other shows, like, I don't know if it's American Dad or Family Guy. Because genuinely, these can be all the same show to me. They all seem the same. But I feel like they don't really like their family. So it makes me feel bad. You gotta get into it for the humor. Fair. I've also never been that crazy for like slapstick humor or like I hate my wife humor. You know, like I've never been into that kind of humor. Personally. Who could live in here? What family? And I also love, love, love fantasy. Bob's Burgers doesn't have that malicious tint. It's pure comedy. Is it now? Because I feel like I saw. So the only chance I gave Bob Burgers was a single clip I saw. Because somebody was like, "Oh yeah, this scene is so good," and then they show me like I don't know, like a 5 minute clip or something, and I was like, "Brother, are you so for real?" I feel like I went the wrong way. I was supposed to go this way. And I feel like I've been making that mistake often. I feel like I take the longest route. Isn't... Okay, but maybe it doesn't make too much of a difference because I was thinking, is this faster or is this faster? But I actually think it's the same now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe it wasn't a mistake. But my favorite things are like whimsy, kind, sweet. But then you gotta add drama to it, okay? Like it cannot just be all fluff. You know what I mean? It has to be, there has to be conflict from somewhere. But I think certain units of people should always stick together and have a relatively good relationship, which is why the Gray Man was great. Because Alan was with like the Order, like that was his group, and then the conflict came from outside of that group with like the Noah and, you know, like all of them, you know. So, oh shoot, I ran into you. So that's what I like. I like outside conflict and then everybody in one group working together. That's what I like the most. And I also liked how the Noah were also all friends with each other, or like at least were like unified by one goal. I feel like that's a really good thing. I don't mind if villains are scattered either, so it could be like multiple villains, like so, similar to how like My Little Pony does it. You know, like Queen Chrysalis isn't working with Discord; they're all separate entities, and I'm fine with that. I'm also fine with like how wow, I was about to call the show Alan. No, the Gray Man. I'm also fine with how the Gray Man did it. Like there's a group that are all working together. I'm fine with that as well. But I want the main support group to pretty much always be the main support group, especially in family units. Like, I feel like families should always stick together. Maybe that's my personal preference, but I get bothered when families aren't, like, close. But at the same time, sometimes it's okay to deviate from that. It really just depends. Because the family issue could be the conflict. Or if it's, like, a couple, like a boyfriend-girlfriend type situation, then I want them to stick together. You know what I mean? Family Guy is the only one where the characters could be malicious to each other, and I don't like that. Like, how are you gonna be a Family Guy but then be malicious? But again, that's my personal preference. And there's also nuances there too, because, you know, like sometimes groups can be against each other for a short period of time and then get together. Oops. I wasn't even moving when you caught me. That's honestly diabolical. Let me try to think of an example where a group formed afterward. Maybe like Hamefura. It's not even like that though. But people who weren't friends before started being friends. Or like even Winx Club. I think Winx Club is a good example of this. Some of the personalities were terrible at the start. Like Stella was outright malicious towards Musa with the whole Riven thing. Just recap, everybody had their like couple person, like, you know, like all the girls had their guy. Like Sky was with Bloom. Stella was with Brandon, you know? So like it was all like And then Musa's pair, so Helia was with Flora, Musa was with Riven. And then all of their guys liked them, except for Riven. Riven was genuinely malicious towards Musa, and this is why I hate Riven. And I've never gotten over it, even in the season when they actually got together. Because the way the relationship was it was Musa liking Riven, season 1. Season 2, it was Musa getting over Riven, and then Riven falling in love with Musa. And then season 3 was Riven and Musa being like a power couple. Heck no. Like, girly pop, forget him. He was horrible. Like, come on now. It wasn't even like that. I think I think even like season 4 was, I think it was like season 6 where Riven kind of got better, but still, it was not for me. And then there was an episode where Stella was like, "Oh, all of our boyfriends like us except you, Musa." So it was really horrible for Stella to say all of those things. It was honestly insane. But in the end, they all, like, Stella starting being more calm and more mindful of what she's saying. And then, like, honestly, all of them started being more friendly to each other. The shade was real. It really was. Oh, shoot. You're horrible. I just got here, sir. Every typical fashioned couples there are in terms of on and off relationships. Yes, I agree. But Riven was genuinely like a horrible person. Like, all of them had their on it. Same with Sky. To be honest, we tried to pretend that Sky was a good character like season 2. But to me, he's no. Because for anyone who doesn't understand, what happened is Sky was the prince of, what is it? Eclair, whatever. He's a prince of some planet, right? And that was a secret for like the longest time ever. And Bloom fell in love with him before knowing he was a prince, right? But then Prince comes with duties, right? One of them being that he was already engaged, and then he got involved with Bloom. So basically, he had a fiance back at home, and then Bloom was the side chick, and she didn't even know. So it was horrible. It was horrible. And then we try to like, and then the Winx Club makes it try to seem not as bad. Bloom does freak out at first, which I love in the original. Because she was like, absolutely not. But then at some point, they just kind of forgive Sky. And I'm just like, what? Like, come on now. Now, Helia would never betray Flora. Like, ever. And that's why we love him. Okay, so we're going to go to Philia, actually. The once in a lifetime we're going over here. If you haven't seen it, I think you'll like Ruby. I actually seen part of Ruby. I haven't finished it. What Sky do you, James? Are you a Sky defender? James, be so for real with me right now. What did Sky do to me? Nothing to me personally, but Bloom? Nuh-uh. Just kidding. That's not lore accurate about Bloom being the side chick unless your name is Diasporo. Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. Diasporo was his fiance. I don't understand. Like, he was already involved with Diasporo because he was already engaged. And then Bloom was... I feel so bad for Bloom because Bloom didn't even know what was happening. James, I cannot believe it. No, but, and to be honest, I have issues with Bloom too, because remember that one episode? So for anyone who doesn't know, spoiler alert, but basically, the person that Aisha married, or not marries, but fell in love with, you know how like Stella had Brandon, Bloom had Sky, Helia had Flora, the person Aisha was with was Nabu. And then Nabu was honestly like power couple. They were great, Nabu and Aisha. And what ends up happening, spoiler, is that Nabu ends up dying. Flat out dying. He does not come back. He is gone for good. And Aisha is like literally in tears. And she's like literally like struggling past it because of what had happened. And Bloom is like, forgive them. And I'm like, girl, now is not the time. Even if you believe that, even if you really believe that with all your heart, now is not the time. Now is simply not the time. I was freaking out. And I understand why Aisha freaked out too. But no, I'm not a Sky defender. Even to this day, I don't like Sky. And it's even worse now in the reboot because I did watch the reboot. And it was bad because now in the reboot, Sky and Diaspro are literally together and they literally showcase that. So Bloom knew about Diaspro's existence and still got with Sky? What's happening here? Where's the black magic happening at? So yeah, he ended up getting killed by the witches, and I'm pretty sure what they tried to revive him with like a flower or something, but one of the wishes, I mean witches, not witches. So there was like a flower that could grant one wish. And then one of the witches, like Icy or something, I don't remember who it was, but somebody stole the flower and then wished for something ridiculous, like I wish that this flower would bloom or something. And so that was the wasted wish, and they were going to use that on Nabu, but it was so sad for Aisha. If you don't know, if you've seen Winx Club and don't know who Aisha is, her name was localized to Layla. So if you know Layla, it's Aisha originally. I don't know why they changed her name. Everybody else's name stayed the same. But Aisha is the only like confusing one, which I don't get why that happened. I wish for infinite cupcakes. Honestly, that would have been a better wish than whatever the witches wished for. We are witch. We are. But I don't count. Honestly, I don't really care about the seasons like after season 5 or something because after season like 6, I'm pretty sure, it just kind of went off the deep end. And I already had some issues with Bloom as a character because I felt like she was just way too overpowered all of the time. Even like how she wasn't supposed to get Enchantix, like I don't really there was a whole issue with Enchantix. We're not even going to get into it. Guardians unite. But I didn't really like Bloom too much as I didn't hate her. I definitely liked some things that she did, like in the original. I liked how she was kind of relatable. I just felt like some things she shouldn't like. I wish they had given her like a different Enchantix path, like not being Enchantix. Because the whole thing about Enchantix was you had to save someone from your home planet. Okay? So the fact that Bloom was the sole survivor of her planet should mean that Enchantix is out of the question. And then, even then, how are you going to be a guardian fairy of your planet if your planet doesn't exist? You know what I mean? Like, so I understand. Like, I wish they had just taken a different course. Instead of her getting Enchantix, why not get a different power? Now, there is a reason why she gets Enchantix later, because she had a kind of different version of Enchantix. What ended up happening was, so she could not, like, save anyone from her planet. Um, because she was the sole survivor of her planet. So she had to go through like some meditative process, and then in the end she got Enchantix. But her Enchantix wasn't like a complete Enchantix. If you could watch through the series, some of the powers that the other Enchantix fairies could do, she couldn't do all of them perfectly. If you just there was like small details. Like I'm not even gonna get into it. But if you're a Winx Club fan, I can show you some of these scenes. But basically, spoiler alert, Bloom is actually not the sole survivor of her planet. They didn't know that yet. So later, she is able to save somebody from her home planet and then get a true Enchantix. So that's what ended up happening. But I just wish that she didn't get Enchantix earlier. Like that was me as a kid. That was my consistent thought. I was like, you don't need Enchantix. You didn't earn it. Everybody else made this great sacrifice and you can just meditate and you get the power. Like, come on. Enchantix was supposed to be this like crazy thing that was supposed to like defend your entire planet. Like, not everybody should be able to get Enchantix. And I felt like it was not right that Bloom got it. Personally. Since oh since Aisha is like the you gotta spell it with a Y. Layla. Is that why? Like I didn't even get it. Or is Aisha? Why? To be honest, the underwater deep sea seasons last. Okay, so the looks, I actually like the looks. And to be fair, I kind of was it Cyrenix? I don't remember entirely. So I don't hate any season outright, like completely. There was some good parts of all of them, but some of them I felt like I'm sorry, you can't beat you can't beat Enchantix. Enchantix is my everything. Um we are. But I did like some aspects of other seasons. It wasn't terrible. Um the reboot is probably the closest we'll get to terrible. But there are some aspects that wasn't terrible about the reboot. I'm trying to think about it. I can't think about it right now. I guess I like that one song, the step into the dark, step into the dark, step into the dark, 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 dark side. Enchanted Stakeland. It really was. It was so fire. It was so fire. Even the music. All of the versions of the song too. Enchantix. Oh, Enchantix. Magical powder, maximum power, wonderful, magical, wonderful dimensions. I only recently learned the English version of that because I had known the Italian version. And then Magic Winks was honestly fire too. I won't even lie. And then season 8 tried to bring back Enchantix, but it was kind of weird. I'm not even like the biggest hater. I still liked it. But it was kind of funny. Wonderful, magical, wonderful dimensions. Oh, about Layla and Aisha. Probably. Honestly, probably somebody complained about it because I can't really understand why. Why was Bloom okay? Tekna was okay. Nabu was okay, apparently. But why was Aisha changed to Layla? Like, I just don't understand what the thought process was. Is Aisha too hard to pronounce? No, right? Because I think I even remember Neopets having the name Aisha. Did Huntik too? What is Huntik? Is it like I just don't understand? Like, what is the race thing there? Like, I genuinely like I'm not even trying to be pretentious. Like, what is the why? Why? Like, what is it? Like, is it really? Because I thought you were joking, but about the why thing, is that really a thing? Let me actually look up what Huntik is. Because did I look this up before? I feel like I looked this up. I feel like Dime told me to look this up earlier. Ooh, Enchantix. Ba-na-na-na. Yeah, I remember looking this up. I remember looking this up like a couple of streams ago. And by a couple of streams ago, I meant like 20. Like it was kind of a while ago. Yeah, I kind of remember. I kind of remember you telling me and then being like, "Oh yeah, this style is like South Korean." Like the style felt like South Korean style or like Cold Lyoko kind of coded. But it was I didn't watch it, but it looks familiar. Like it looks familiar because the art style looks familiar, but not because I've actually seen it. Wonderful, magical, Canadian. Really? I gotta tell you a story on the Huntic one. What is it? Tell me. So this guy, the Italian guy, did Huntic too. So he was in Canada. Like I thought it was Italian. No, or did he just like transfer to a Canadian team? Wonderful dimensions. Energy creating Their magic powers. I don't know. I don't actually know, but the show screams Canadian production. Oh, interesting. Let me look it up. Huntic. Wait, I actually didn't type anything for some reason. What the? Why is my screen frozen? Every inch of me is trembling. But why isn't my mouse? It's clicking, right? Like, am I clicking? Yes, it's clicking, but it's not at the same time. What is happening? Okay, my screen was like freaking out for a second, but now it's working. Huntic. I'll just look up the show and then the wiki to see where it's from. Will forever be the wings. Musa, 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 magical wings. Stella, 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 ray of light. Honestly, Stella had the most like special music from that because everybody had their name. Techna got the short end of the stick for some reason. You can barely they say her name like a whisper, like Techna. But like Stella had her name said 3 times. Musa and Flora had their names said like twice. But Flora had like Flora, boom, 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 boom. Flora, boom, boom. But she is the only one who had like the boom sound effect. I don't know why I can tell you all of this about the enchanted Winx. Oh, no wonder I was able to tolerate watching Winx. What do you mean? Both of the shows are Italian. I see. Ray of light. I know I've said it multiple times, but I thought almost every show was Italian as a kid. I don't know why. I just like I watched a lot of anime in Italian because I thought that was the original language. And then looking back, I'm like, no, it wasn't. No, you can stand Techna, but Techna got the short end of the stick in the Enchantix music. Look back at the Enchantix transformation, not Enchantix, I'm sorry, Magic Winx. Look back at Magic Winx, and then some people were obviously favored more than others during the transformation music, and Techna was not favored. So if you're a Techna stan, you should be sad for your girl. Because she suffered. Because Stella had her Stella, 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 ray of light. She had a whole like extra section added to her song. And then Musa had Musa, Musa. And then Flora had Flora, boom, 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 boom. Flora, boom, boom, boom. But now look back and remember the transformation music. Techna didn't have that. Like really, look back at it. Techna had like a whisper of her name, like Techna, and then her song happened. Ah, the Magic Wings. Yeah, I can't fathom that. So Techna got like a really short end of the stick in her song, and it was her version of the song, and she didn't get her name said like the others did. Everybody else had their name clearly said, especially Stella. I don't know what. I guess she had a special song because she was like the one who introduced Magic Winx. You know, because it was Flora and not Flora, Stella and Bloom at first, right? And then Stella was like her teacher at first. I was watching a Winx Club yesterday. Oh, a Winx Club yesterday. How was it? Which one did you watch? And who was your favorite? So yeah, I feel bad for Techna. And Techna constantly gets the short end of the stick. I feel really bad for her. My favorite was Musa, though. Musa, Musa. Rhythms and tunes, the sun and the moon keep on searching far and wide for the magic power deep inside. Your favorite is Aisha, but I was watching the movies. I see. Nice. Aisha was fire. We were just talking about her. I'm not sure if you were here the whole time, but we were just talking about her, and I feel so bad for Aisha too because her relationship with Nabu was fire, and the way it ended was diabolical. So I feel bad for every like Aisha fan because it was just not right, and I really didn't like how Bloom talked to Aisha after that because it was not right. Flora. My sister's favorite was Flora. Which now looking back, you would have thought it was Stella, right? Because of the yellow. Um, I don't know why I gravitated to music. I think maybe the music. I've always loved music, so maybe that's why. But I always remember thinking that Stella was absolutely beautiful, so fashionable. Like she was the fashion icon for me. I think it's also because at the start, Stella was very prickly. So I think I had some like beef with her because of that. A little bit. She is full of energy and I love her. I love her. As an adult, I really love her, but I think as a kid, I definitely leaned more towards Musa. And I'm wondering if it's because of the whole Riven fight. Because now that I'm thinking about it, that's a scene that I remember really clearly. Because I felt so bad for Musa. It was so horrible. And then Stella was the one who instigated that argument. So maybe I was like, dang, Stella kind of mean. Which she was. But she grew. And that's what I like about shows. And especially, I think Winx Club did it really well, where they were not friends at first. Like, it really was not, they were not friends. But then they kind of grew together. And I like that. It's like a dynamic character. Because if you're perfect all the time, that's boring, right? You need to, like, adapt. And then I think also learning about Stella. So I think my love of Stella happened later than my love for Musa. Because then you learn more about why Stella became the way she was later on when you go underground and all that. And then you also see how like pure her love for Brandon is. So then I'm also like, yeah, they were probably my one of my favorite couples. Like Flora and Helia was the couple. They were perfect. And then Brandon and Stella were also very perfect. Now Sky and Bloom, I'm a Sky hater. Had a mean girl vibe at the start, right? It was kind of contrived at the beginning, right? She did have that mean girl energy at first, but it got better. And to be fair, she was a princess who could control the sun and moon. So like it's kind of it's I can kind of see where like her and a whole princess. I can understand why she had like and an only child. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she was an only child. So I understand why she was angry because of the whole divorce thing with her family. And then also she was a princess. Boo! Somebody ban James. Just kidding. I don't think anything like I feel like Sky and Vane from Mabi are like in the same tier to me. I don't know why you could like him. Like I just don't know. What do you like about Sky? Like I want to be honest. Like really give me sell him to me. Like sell him. I'm listening. Mm, 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 mm. You know what's interesting? Tekna had a whole helmet in season 1, and I don't think we ever see that helmet again in any other transformation. Okay, so Magic Winx, she has the helmet. And then I think Charmix also had the helmet. But like Believix and Enchantix, she didn't have that helmet. I'm 90% sure. What happened to the helmet? It's like a non-issue, but like I'm curious. Like did they just not like that design anymore? I got you on this hot take about Sky to be specific. Okay, let's hear it. I'm gonna listen with an open mind. Hammer time. Doo 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 doo. Can't touch this. Doo doo doo. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to hear your opinions. Because you know what? I can listen. Like I know like I also don't really like Leona from Twisted Wonderland. But you know, I had a respectful conversation with a Leona fan, and you know, I did kind of change my mind. Because I can understand, if you look at it from their perspective, I can understand why they liked Leona. Because he had like the whole like short, the reason why I don't like him was that he was really mean. Like genuinely, he was like a really mean character. And then he kind of had beef with his own favorite, like his best friend, Ruggy, was like a hyena. And then Leona was based on Scar, so like, you know, like that relationship. And then Leona's power is that he can turn things to sand. And then he put his hand on Ruggy to try to like mess him up, basically turn him to sand, which is honestly diabolical. That's like murder. That is attempt of murder. And I had beef with that because like attempt of murder, brother. Brother, ugh. But then after hearing the explanation, one, they were in a very safe location. There's a reason why Leona wasn't able to touch him. And then like Ruggy was immediately brought somewhere safe, so it was fine. And Leona would have known that, so he wouldn't have put Ruggy in actual danger, which I think I forgot. Like I didn't really like think about it at the time. And then also his personality, he has to be like since he's trying to be like Scar, they're trying to be like, you know what I mean, like conniving, like, so he was trying to embody the personality of Scar. And then he himself was also a prince, like so he had to be a certain way. He cannot be weak in front of people. So then I was like, after hearing that, I was like, you know what, you're kind of right. I still don't like him, but I can at least understand that perspective, that he wasn't just like needlessly cruel like I had thought. Sky is that guy who is all willing and a bravery knights there is. And in every past episode, Sky is the guy who was willing to put his heart and soul on the line for Bloom by any means. But Brandon is right there. Who's the real brave one? The one who switched his position so that his knight could be in danger? Or the knight who put his life in danger without even thinking twice? You know what I mean? And then the same thing goes for like Stella. You know, because there was that episode she became that monster. And then Brandon didn't care. Brandon was like, you're still my girl. So like, true, I think Brandon is the man. Like, Brandon is the... So that's what I have to think. But for Bloom, I'm trying to think about his relationship with Bloom. Because... I'm trying to think about it from a different perspective. Because from my perspective, he played Bloom with Diaspro. But then I'm trying to think also, because he's Prince, he doesn't necessarily pick who he wants to be engaged to. So I'm trying to think, but he should have told Bloom. You know what I mean? But then if that's the case, then shouldn't he have had a conversation about it? You know, like, I think there's communication issue. And then at the same time, they're young, right? Like, they're teens. So, but then why wouldn't he at least give her any type of heads up, you know? Yes, he adored Stella. And that's why I adore Brandon. Like, yes. He did not care. You know what I mean? Like, he loved Stella no matter what. And this is why I'm a big Brandon fan. You will never hear me talk smack about Helia or Brandon. Great amen right there. They defended their girls. And Helia was, you know, he looked soft and sweet, but there was times he fought Riven. You know, like, he had issues with how Riven behaved towards Musa. And I was like, yes, king. But you're right, that Sky is at least, well, no, I don't know. To me, Brandon and Sky, Sky and Riven are honestly in the same tier. I don't know who's worse. I couldn't stand Riven. Nobody could stand Riven. Just kidding. A lot of people could, but I can't stand Riven. Personally, I don't understand. I don't know what Musa saw in him. I don't get it. At the very least, the writing on the wall could have been like this, if I may have this one. Which one? Speak. Release the helmet cut. Musa probably thought she could fix him. True. And then the whole like back and forth, because season 1, Musa was all in love with Riven. I think also it's because I think also she have felt peer pressure, you know, because all her friends had a boyfriend all at once in the same friend group. And then possibly like the I can fix him mindset. But at the same time, I don't know, man. If the Italian writers could have wrote the scene where Brandon could have told Diaspro he had feeling Sky, because Sky was the one that was engaged to Diaspro. Oh, you mean Brandon was with Stella. But I think you mean Sky. So if the Italian writers could have wrote the scene where Sky could have told Diaspro he had feelings for Bloom, then this ship couldn't be a thing. End of story. You're right. And that's true because Diaspro had to be a villain, right? I'm trying to think. But I'm trying to factor in a lot of things. I just don't know. I feel like he should have at least told Bloom. He should have told Bloom, Diaspro, or maybe his own parents. You know? What should have happened, I think what should have happened was that Sky should have told his parents, hey, I don't want to marry Diaspro. And then Diaspro then went off the rails and then attacked Bloom. I think that would have made sense. But I don't like how he played Bloom all the way until that moment happened. And then bam, now she has to fight his fiance. That was like absurd. 100% villain material out of Diaspro. Yeah, Diaspro is not a pure character. She was beautiful. But we're not excusing Diaspro. But I would also have a crash out if my fiance cheated on me. You know, like I would also crash out. So I think what would have made me like Sky more is if he had confronted his parents about the whole Diaspro engagement. I think that would have made more sense, and then I would have liked to see that argument, because then I would understand why he felt like, and then I would need to understand why he didn't tell Bloom, because like definitely even as a kid I was like, that's not right. That's not right. But I think maybe if he felt like he was in a bad situation, which he kind of was, I'll give him that. He felt like he genuinely did fall in love with Bloom. So I think I would have liked to see the argument where he fought with his parents about Diaspro and that engagement, and then I would want him to also tell Bloom, like, hey, I'm Prince, and then I want you to I want you to know that I have a fiance, but I don't love her. This is the situation. You're the one that I love. And I feel like that would have at least prepared Bloom for the fight, you know? And Diaspora to me is never beautiful. Come on now. Like, you can admit she's pretty, right? Like, you can not like her, but then admit she's beautiful, right? Unless you genuinely don't think she's pretty, but to me, she's gorgeous. Like, everything about her is pretty to me. We are wings. We are. What? Where is my internet? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Do you wish Roxy became an official Winx member? To me, Roxy came in too late when the whole group was already strong. So I felt like Roxy was kind of like a tag on last minute. So I'm not angry about her, and I'm not sad for her. I don't feel anything towards Roxy. She's just another character. Like, she was just there for me. I feel like she came in too late, and her position was not established quickly. You don't think she's pretty? Like, is it her personality? Because I can understand why you don't like her personality, but to me, not this one. This Diaspro is crazy. But like, she's beautiful. Like, like, to me, like her personality is not it. Now, see, Roxy being honorary character of the group is too late. I'd be so angry about this, right? And if you like Roxy, I don't hate Roxy. I just wish we saw more of her. And from what we saw, she was actually relatable. because if you remember that one scene where Bloom is like breaking into the shed or whatever where Roxy was hiding, she was like, Roxy, you're a fairy. And kind of that's what happened with Bloom and Stella, but it was a little bit different. But I also, if somebody just bust into my house when I'm chilling with my animal friends, and they're like, "You're a fairy," I'd be like, "What? Who are you?" And they didn't even use magic for a while. Like they were just trying to convince her she was a fairy without offering any proof. Which honestly, I can understand why she reacted the way she did because I also would react that way. Um, so I wish we saw more of Roxy, and I wish they established her place quicker if they wanted her to actually be a member of the Wings. James is not a Diasporo fan, and honestly, okay, I get it. She doesn't have a very likable personality. Well, there was some aspects that I like about her, but maybe I empathize with her because she was like she got cheated on. Like it's really not okay. Guardians unite. I know that's not the Winx Club song, but that's what I'm thinking of. Let me see. So I like Musa the most. I feel like Musa and Stella had a very deep, and that's why I like them, I think, because their story was really well developed. You can understand why they acted the way they did, and you can kind of empathize with them. Like divorce, and then Musa's mom died, and there was like that whole, like you could really see their whole heart on the line. And I feel like in some way, I wish they kind of done that a little bit for Bloom because they kind of made her OP, but not give her anything that made me like really feel for her. And I feel like that's kind of like the downfall. I think that's why I didn't like Bloom as much. Now I feel like Bloom is very popular, so I'm not angry. Like I don't think they should have changed it. I think they did good, but for me personally, I would have liked to see Bloom more. Like I want to see more of like what she went through. Okay, now watch this. After this stream, when as soon as you go to sleep, when you go straight to sleep, I'll glitter bomb a message. LOL, imagine if I just like wake up and on my window there's like Diaspro sucks in glitter. And we could have just dealt without the whole Enchantix meditation thing. That honestly irritated me. She didn't need I wish they had just not gave her Enchantix there and then like come up with something else. Give her a different transformation or make it so that the Winx or Enchantix she got it way later. I think that would have been fire. Either that or sky and glitter, imagine. But we can all agree that we don't like Riven here, right? To me, it's kind of funny when people are like, "I'm a Riven fan." I don't get it. I think like real tele said, like it comes from the like, "Oh, I can fix him" mindset. I don't know. I just don't like that. I just don't like that. And I don't like Riven. And not even just for how he treated Musa, but he also treated Helia pretty badly too. Yeah, 100% do it. So you'll never know when the timing strikes. LOL, imagine. Just wake up one day, Sky. Which we are. But you know what else we were doing? We were doing, we were doing, we were doing Wordle. So it's D something. I know. Diaspro. D. De-transform. De... De-pal. De-pal. Everyone knows that de-pal is a word. um... Decal? Decal actually could be the word. Oh! Juicy. Yes, Dime. We fought on the same wavelength. I want to play that game, Wavelength. Would that be possible to do on stream? Like, is Wavelength possible? I don't think so. But it's funny to think about. Dang it. What do we do? Juicy. We usually start with Juicy. Wait, did we already arrive? Yes, we're here. That was actually quicker than I thought. Was I just yapping too much? That's fine. Decaf. I got so disoriented, and now I know why, because they always spawn you in different ways, right? I thought of decaf as in coffee. Major oof, yeah. It's okay, it was not a bad guess. This was the Winx Club stream. I have strong opinions about Winx Club, as you can tell. I really love this series. And honestly, if we got a reboot with dolls and stuff, not the reboot that we got, but like a true, like even if it was just a remaster, I would have liked that. Or like a continuation from like season 4. Because I don't know, like after season like 6 or something, I feel like we lost the plot. And it was a little bit kiddier. And I don't necessarily have a problem with kiddie shows, like that's fine. It's just the fact that Winx Club was at first aimed towards like young adult, teen, like teen to kid, and then suddenly like straight up like preschool felt like in season 6. And then also some of the characters were kind of diabolical. Like if you saw Aisha in season 8, like it's not the same character. Like I literally just I have to show this. Like, because honestly, what they did to her was crazy. So, let me actually show you really quickly. I have to, because I feel like this is another reason why I really didn't like the later seasons. This is Aisha, okay? This is how she looks all the time. And then she slowly, like, progressively... This is not the same character. You know what I mean? And then even this side by side is kind of charitable. Because, like, they chose, like, this is when she's, like, the darkest in season 8. And this is, like, when she's the lightest in season 1. Or season 2 or whatever season this is. I don't even know. Because, like, other scenes... Because, like, when she's transformed, she... Like, it's a whole thing. Like, why does she look like this? Like, especially in Chantix. Even in Chantix, they kind of did her dirty. Because, like, look at her skin tone here. And then look at it here. Or, like, here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, like... I noticed this back in Enchantix. But, like, come on. Like, that doesn't even look like this doesn't look like the same character. And Flora too. Like, why does she look like this? Like, what? Like, this is Flora. Like, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Okay, but we're gonna move on. I just don't understand why they did this to the girls. A remaster would go hard, like have the same VAs. Yes, actually, one thing that's interesting is that in the reboot that we did get, the voice of Stella is actually Stella's daughter. So I thought that was kind of cool. Because Stella is, I don't think is, the original Stella voice actor, I don't think either she is not alive or she is retired. One or the other. So then her daughter actually did the voice, which I think was cool. Like, I'm glad they did that. Yeah, it was honestly insane. And, like, I still have the picture of Flora right there, like, in front of my face. I switched the screen for you guys, but I see her, like, staring at me in the corner, and it's kind of funny. That's not Flora to me. Like, it's just not. Like, that's not Flora. And thank you so much for the cookie. I appreciate it. Here it is. Let's eat it together. So I feel like if we had like continued from like season 4 or season 5, honestly even season 6, but let's ditch season 7 and 8 in my opinion, and then bring it back to the original like age group, so like teen, then I would have really I would have ate that up. I would have ate the remake. And then like a retelling, or not a retelling, but like a continuation of the story. And I think at least in the reboot's defense, I think they actually did kind of fix some of the issues that like season 7 and 8 had. Like, it could have definitely been worse. It could have been worse. But at least it didn't fail in every single way. But yeah, if they had brought back, and then brought back toys too, because some of the dolls I really want. But if they brought back like new figures, I feel like that would have been really cute. Like dolls or figures, I feel like I would have bought one. Especially there was that one episode, I don't know if you remember, but there was that one episode where they were like at a ball, or like it wasn't like a, like it was like a dance, you know, like a prom type thing. They all had their like formal wear for that, and I felt like those outfits were really cute. Oh shoot, I ran into this. New figures, yeah. If you put me in charge of the development team, yeah, I would have done well. I feel like Masquerade, basically. But their formal attire was really nice, and I really liked that. I forgot these people were here. Where are we even going? I just realized I went to over here, but I actually meant to go to Emain. So Dumbarton, honestly, Dumbarton is fine, but let's go ahead and go all the way to Tyrconnell. Tyrconnell is kind of a terrible place to start. What we could do is go up to Tyrconnell, because we're already basically half of the way there. So we sell our goods at Tyrconnell, but then we teleport to Emain and then start over from there. Oh wait, look, it's already 15 minutes left. Time went by quick today. Time is running out. Time is running out. Time is running out. One thing that I will say nice about the reboot is that I feel like they at least knew who they were marketing to. You know, like at least they had like a clear demographic, and they kind of went with that, which I do appreciate. Like it was relatively consistent. Like for the series itself, everything made sense. And then Icy, Darcy, and Stormy actually did look really good. Like I feel like their 3D models were actually fire. So yeah. Dark Bloom, I feel like part of Dark Bloom was kind of cool. But I do prefer the original Dark Bloom. Either way, food has ordered. I shall take my leave. Have a good one, James. Enjoy your meal. And beware the glitter bomb message. Imagine. Wouldn't that be funny if someone, like, broke into your house, but not to do anything bad, just to write in glue stick a message, then leave, exit your house, and then throw glitter so that it sticks into the glue message? That would have been hilarious. And Darcy, though, she could take me away. Honestly, valid. Valid. I can see it. Now, you see, when I was younger, I was definitely an icy girl myself. Looking back, I have no idea why. Because definitely Stormy is more my style. But Icy as a kid, I don't know why, but I guess she intrigued me as a kid. I don't know why. I guess it was the consistency of her personality. Like, she kind of gave Azula vibes, and I do really like Azula. An act of violence, imagine. So I don't really know why I liked Icy. Now I'm definitely leaning more towards a Stormy girl myself. But definitely I see the appeal of Darcy. So I'm with you, James. To be honest, all three of them are fire. I think also because I already knew like the standard, I was looking at the witches as people to, like, they were villains and I knew that. So I was looking at them at a different standard. Like, I'm not looking at them with like, are you a kind person? Are you a loyal person? I wasn't looking at that because they're not heroes. So I was looking at them to be a villain, and I feel like Icy was a good villain. I feel like that's why I liked her. Step into the dark, 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 dark side. You are already mounted, I know. Take me away, a sweet escape. Take me away. I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love that is all mine. Oh, whoa. Do what you want, but you're never gonna shake me. Sticks and stones are never gonna break me. Oh, whoa. Take me away, take me away. To sweeter days. Take me away. Because the night belongs to lovers. Because the night belongs to us. Dreaming of the stars on high that speak to me in secret sighs, drifting on a breeze. Only I could see and feel. Could it be the sacred wind that's calling me to now begin to walk into the dark, copying the light of tomorrow? Don't fear, you'll be safe from now on. Morning sky watching over all, moving over endless mountains up so high. Walk into the light. Your heart will see the path, and you will find a way. Just wait and see. Ooh, 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 ooh. A young man walked through the forest with his quiver and hunting bow. He heard a young girl singing and followed the sound below. There he found the maiden who lives in a willow. He called to her and she listened from a ring of toadstools red. Come with me, my maiden, come from thy willow bed. She looked at him serenely and only shook her head. See me now, a ray of light in the moon dance. I cannot leave this place. Don't ask me to follow where you lead. A young man went through the forest. His love had... A young man went through the forest with a rose and coat of green. His love had hair like fire and eyes in emerald sheen. Get it, Lyndon. Get it! Okay, good. He gave her the yellow bloom. She said she'd wed him never, not near nor far nor soon. Oh. I cannot leave this place. Oh yeah. A young man went through the forest with an axe sharp as a knife. I'll take that green-eyed fairy, and she shall be my wife. With her I'll raise my children, with her I'll live my life. The maiden wept. When she heard him, let's go over here. Now your willow's fallen, now you belong to me. Hey. The maiden wept when she heard him, when he said he'd set her free. He took his axe and used it to bring down her ancient tree. Now your willow's fallen, now you belong to me. See me now, a ray of light in the moon dance. See me now, I cannot leave this place. Okay, which way should we go? Now, don't be slow. I'm leaning towards vowels, but let's check the other one. Yep, vowels. 90% of the time it's vowels. Portcella. Oh man, 3 minutes? No. I'm not gonna wait that long just so that we can wait more. So I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go back up to Bangor, probably. No, Bangor is not good enough. Quilla? No. Belfast? No. Cobb? I mean, I guess we're gonna do Tara. Or Bangor, to be honest. Tara looks like a pretty decent way. Let me actually check my inventory really quickly. It shouldn't be too hard to manage. And hello, Max. How you doing? How are you? Ooh, a ray of light in the moon sense. Not bad. Cool design, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. 100%. Thank you for stopping by. Don't ask me to follow where you lead. The connection of our hearts. What is that? Hi. Why are they here? Is there even a person here? Why are these creatures here? I feel. Can I fight them? Why are they just standing here? Who are these? Is this a transformed person? No, because there's no name above their head. Now you gotta continue. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Max. They're so cute, though. Where do they even come? I don't know why they're there. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. Those who have seen your face draw back in fear. I'm curious too, right? Because they're not normally there. And I don't even see a player nearby. Like, I could understand if there was a player nearby, then maybe it's a mini gem. But there's no name, so it can't be a pet. There's no name, so there's no... It can't be a person transformed. And thanks, Max. I appreciate it. I love singing. I sing all the time. My boss says that he needs me to stay late again. But I don't get paid enough to do this. He didn't ask me if it's fine to take my time for... I didn't know if I was too close to that person or not, but it's fine. But it's okay today, I'm quitting. Okay, I think it's fine. Yes, pick it up, Lyndon. Pick it up, pick it up. Maybe I'll check the event. You're so right, I need to do that. I feel like there's a few things I need to do. And honestly, I need to check if the transformation pose is still a thing. I don't know if when that event is ending. Because I have not gotten it. In fact, I've gotten a lot of useless things instead of the actual pose that I want. Probably tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. It's either like tomorrow or like next week, you know. Because it's one of those mini events. And to be honest, I'm not at all interested in this like senior freshman whatever thing it is. This event, it's not even, it's like a lot of work for minimal reward. Like, I guess if I was doing erg, then it would be fairly interesting, but I'm not doing erg, not right now. I think I'll look into it soon, but right now I really want to just focus on like Stardust, really. Yeah, it ends on the 28th. I see. Then I gotta run a couple of dungeons today. I don't think I'm not good at like doing things repeatedly, but I think I can do like 2 or 3 runs, and if not, just buy it. And buy it before the event happens. Because, wait, did I just make it back to Dunbar? What products do I have? Is it fine in Dumbarton? I should have stopped at Bangor. But now that we're at Cobb, that's a pretty decent one, right? Yeah, Cobb is fine. I'll sell it at Cobb before I forget again. Just burn through your Nearite. I don't know if I can do all of that because I think I have like 14 Nearite. 19 Nearite total. But if I'm just looking at the ones that expire, 15. I don't know if I can do all that. But I can try. I'll probably do like 3. I think 5 if we're really like, if I'm feeling really good about it. Time for some 2 nightmares. Literally. Honestly, I should do some 2 nightmares. Oh no, he's awful. Look at him. Can you not? Can you not? Can you not? I'm trying so hard not to like walk into him. Can you not? Oh! Perish. There was literally 2 of you. Literally 2. I at least deserve more than 2 people coming after me. At least more than 2. Like, at least than 5. Like, I feel like I deserve at least 5. Ooh. 'cause I don't get paid enough to do this. You didn't ask me if it's fine to take my time for his own benefit, but it's okay today, I'm quitting. Okay, do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time? Do you know what time? Do you know what time is it? Ooh, I wonder. I don't actually think this person is live yet. I always see their name, but they're never actually live. Yeah, it's the starting soon screen. I want to rate this person more, but they're not. They're not usually there when I'm ending. So I will go ahead and rate out to Lilium Brownie Art, who is doing Where Winds Meet. They are lovely. Hammer time. Do 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 do. Can't touch this. Do 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 do. But yes, it is in fact time to raid out. So thank you so much for everyone who came. Hope to see you guys next time. When is next time? Tomorrow, Thursday. We're doing Mabinogi again, but we're gonna be doing quests and stuff. So see you guys next time. Love you guys and stay sweet. Bye.